Well, it's another day at the circus. I hope you're ready for it. I got a day 19 update on Nancy Guthrie, Tyra Banks, Prince Andrew. Lots to get into. I hope you're ready for it. Let's dive in. This is No Filter with Zack Peter, your go-to source for all the latest pop culture and reality TV tea, serve fresh all week long. Now, let's dive in. All right, guys, welcome on in, everybody in the club. I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm just letting you know that this is going to be a shorter episode because I am actually going to be on Megyn Kelly's show today. I have to tape that in just a little bit, and that'll be airing this evening. Or later this afternoon, depending on what time zone you're in. But be sure to check me out on Megyn Kelly. We're going to be talking all things Nancy Ramsey. So like I said, be sure to check me out on Megyn Kelly later today. We are taping it in a bit, and then it'll be available by end of day today. So please go give all the love in the club. Let's get it. So much happening. So much that I don't even know where to begin with all of this Nancy Ramsey drama. And you would think that, like, when I come in here and I'm like, oh my God, there's so much happening, there's so many updates, you would think that that would be like, oh yes, they found some DNA. Yes, we have a suspect. Yes, they're detaining somebody. You would think that those would be the updates, but those aren't the updates. I'm just giving you the heads up right now. Those are not the updates. The updates get more wackadoodle by the day. Okay. Hi, guys. Shout out to Christina and Laura, our mods in the live chat. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you. Okay, so it is day 19. And if you're losing track of the days, how I keep track of the days is the day of the month, right? So yesterday was February 18th. That was day 18. Today is February 19th. This is day 19. So just know that by the day of the month, that's what day it is in terms of this Nancy Guthrie disappearance. So based off of Sheriff Nanos on his Life of a Showgirl press tour, he's hoping that there is some random DNA outside of the house that will lead us to a match. Or sorry, inside of the house. I said inside, right? I didn't say outside. Inside of the house, which is the same DNA that they clocked earlier. It's a mystery person. They don't know who it is, but he's hoping, I don't know, maybe a stork will drop a baby and the baby will, I don't know, it'll be a gender reveal and they'll tell us who the secret man inside the house is. I've always said that the secret man could be anybody or a secret lady. It could be like if the pool guy was there or the cleaning lady was there. Maybe they brought one of their kids one day. And it was like a an 18, 19-year-old kid. Like, of course, he's not going to be in the criminal system, but that could be the unidentified DNA that's in the house and we don't know who it is. I just making my head spin. But there is this theory from this woman on TikTok. Her name is Katie, the self-defense girl on TikTok. She brings up a ring that appears to be the kidnapper. And they say that with air quotes, the kidnapper, my bunny rabbit fingers. The kidnapper is wearing in the video, in the Nest footage on the secure surveillance video from Nancy Guthrie's front porch. So Nanos addressed this in an interview with the Today Show because, he has to do 15 different interviews, and it's kind of annoying because then I have to watch all 15 different interviews to just get one clear, coherent answer as to where we're at with things. But so on the Today Show, he said that he's having his team look into it. But basically, the kidnapper appears to be wearing a ring under his glove, and apparently there's this guy, Jason. He's a neighbor, but he's not really a neighbor. He lives 15 minutes away. And so Jason, according to this woman, is wearing a similar ring on the finger. Here, let's watch what she had to say, and then we will discuss.
Investigating the Nancy Guthrie case needs to check this out. So I don't know who this is originally from because I just saw it as a screenshot in the comment section of another TikTok video. But I don't trust anything I see online, so I did some research myself. Went back through the surveillance video. You can see it here. Again, you can see it here. And then I found the interview with the other guy who had this ring on his finger, and his interview's pretty interesting.
My name is Jason. I have a premonition that after day 2, I have a premonition that the son-in-law has something to do with it. Not sure exactly what, but it was very, very weird that after day 2, they showed a picture of the son-in-law with 2 guys, and it hasn't surfaced since. He's been out of the limelight this whole entire time. No interviews, no sitting with his wife during interviews, nothing. So I just have a weird feeling about it. I could be wrong, but I don't want to speculate. Oh, it's him, because I don't want to speculate. That's everybody speculates.
I hear you.
So he doesn't want to speculate, but everybody speculates, right? And granted, we're on day 19 with no real answers and no real leads. We'll get into that because I'm going to have a Zack-activated rant for you in a minute. But, I mean, I don't... So he's shown up a few times, this guy Jason. He's the neighbor that lives like 15 minutes away, so he's not like really a neighbor, but people think it's odd. I think it's kind of odd. Like, he doesn't even live on Nancy Guthrie Street yet. He keeps coming back and talking to content creators. So... I don't know. Maybe there's something there. Maybe there's not. Nano says he's looking into it, but that's the latest TikTok theory. I'm trying to be mindful of like not putting presumably or possibly innocent people's faces all over my content. This guy, being that he's given so many damn interviews, he wants to be inserted into the middle of this. And I'm sorry, sir, but if you're going to insert yourself, there are going to be some questions about you. When you're showing your ring, like, I don't know, don't be fooled by the rocks that he's got. He's still Jason from the block, except it's not this block. It's like 10 blocks down. I have questions. Anyway, we had this bit of funny news. So the sheriff's department has a new reality show out, you guys. It's called Desert Law. So it's in its second season. It's on A&E. And it's basically a reality show that follows this sheriff's department. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be watching this. Whether watch or skip, I'm going to skip this one because if it's anything like this investigation, then I'm pretty sure this reality show is dry AF. Sorry, not sorry. I think it's going to be bland. I think it's going to be not very helpful, not very useful. I mean, what are they going to do? Crack down the crackheads and the DUIs? Like, they clearly can't solve a mystery. They clearly can't solve a missing persons case. So I don't know how much faith I have in Desert Law, but I just thought that was kind of wackadoodle crazy hilarious at the same time. And then Sheriff Harvey Levin from TMZ, despite telling us and promising us yesterday that he would not be giving us any more details on any more of his love notes from the old lady snatcher, here he is with yet another exclusive on TMZ Live and more details about another email that he received. This is email number 5. This is note number 5. So he says that this one is very sophisticated because apparently the last 4 weren't that sophisticated. And even though the last 4 ended with, "This will be my last email," yet we have another email. So this one is specifically demanding about $6 million in cryptocurrency. And so it's not Bitcoin specifically, it's cryptocurrency. I don't know what the difference is. I assume Bitcoin is a form of cryptocurrency, but this one's asking for a different type of cryptocurrency. What do you do with cryptocurrency? I don't understand. What do you do with it? How do you use it? Where is it beneficial? You can't use, there's not an option on Amazon for cryptocurrency, so I don't understand the value of it. But whatever, they want cryptocurrency, and Harvey's claiming that they graphically describe the consequences if not paid. What are the consequences? At this point, I'm sorry, where is Nancy Guthrie? With the Lord. She is with the Lord Jesus Christ at this point. I hate to say that. I know that I feel like every day I'm losing sensitivity and I'm losing tact, but it's because this is becoming more and more ridiculous, and it's a bigger and bigger circus charade by the day. Yesterday, we were watching clips about Sheriff Nanos saying haters gonna hate in response to his critics. His team has a reality show. Now, to be clear, he is not on the reality show, and it does not appear that cameras are currently rolling. But I mean, my God, what a commercial for the show. I'm sure everybody is going to be riveted on the edge of their seat, ready to watch the new season of Desert Law after seeing this case. It's just wackadoodle do. Harvey Levin and TMZ being the ransom communicators. It's also wackadoodle, you guys. I literally am just like mind blown. But Harvey continues by saying that this letter that he's gotten is a lot more graphic and it's a lot more chilling. The way they describe it is so more than the rest. He says that they indicate that they have inside knowledge. They don't say it directly, but by inference in terms of consequences. Okay, got it. Thanks. I don't understand the point of, like, work with the FBI. I'm tired about hearing about all your love notes with the old lady snatcher. Like, I'm over it. I'm literally over it. And TMZ and the TMZ of it all, like every single piece. I saw this video on TikTok and this girl's like, guys, why are you being so dramatic about people and asking questions about this case? It's a mystery. It's a mystery. We don't know what happened. When there's a mystery there, it's not going to make sense to you. I'm like, girl, please sit down. If you do not know, if you are not following the case of Nancy Whitney Ramsey to a T on the daily, if you are not watching No Filter with Zack Peter, getting your daily updates, then you know what? Take a seat. There are too many people on the Tickety Talk that are criticizing the people that are watching this case unfold, and they're judging us. And I'm just like, don't judge us unless you're in on it. Because yeah, of course it's a mystery. But you know what happens? When there's a kidnapping, when there's a murder, when there's a burglary, there are statistics and there are patterns, okay? Nothing about anything in relation to this case fits any of the statistics, fits any of the patterns. Like, none of it makes any sense. We have the sheriff that's on his Life of a Showgirl press tour, wearing his JCPenney's button down, giving his exclusives every day, saying haters gonna hate. I'm sorry, what? We have the family that is virtually, hiding underground somewhere. We don't see them. We barely see them unless Savannah comes out of, the gopher hole to give us a new video that tells us absolutely nothing. There's no thank you for your thoughts and prayers. There's no here's the update, or we're paying the ransom. We're not paying. Like, there was a whole, the Guthrie family is like, we're going to pay. And then next thing you know, the next video has nothing to do with paying. Like, it's all so strange and bizarre. Okay, so don't judge us for saying that it's strange and bizarre if you're not following the intricate details of this case. Okay, but not only that, but then we have the media that is coming after us, and they're doing so. Inside Edition did like this clip, this segment on their show about content creators and about how they're ruining the investigation, and then even the New York Times, or sorry, not the New York Times, I apologize, even the LA Times, they decided that they were going to take a shot at the content creators and the streamers, and they published this article saying Nancy Guthrie's kidnapping draws online sleuths, psychics, and influencers. And they're basically trying to drag us for talking about this case. They're insinuating that we're ruining the case somehow, or that we're hindering it. And I'm just like, don't blame the content creators. Don't blame the internet sleuths, because they've done a lot of good in the past, and they've been able to help quite a lot because there are a lot more resources that they have. And if the FBI and the sheriff's department would utilize them and would give the public more information, because as I've said before, the Guthrie family is not dropping a single penny to help find their mama. So the public is paying for this investigation. So I believe the public does deserve some answers, and they deserve at least a press conference with some clear, coherent answers, rather than Sheriff Nanos' sit-down exclusives like he's Britney Spears promoting her latest album. It doesn't make any sense to me. So do not come for the content creators. Do not come for the TikTok sleuths. And don't even come for the psychics, right? This is just what they do. And to be fair, all of the psychics have been very clear that they think the family has some weird connection here. They're not being honest with us. And they all believe that Nancy Guthrie has passed on early. So the fact that multiple psychics for multiple days leading up to, the very beginning of this investigation have all been saying the same thing. Take psychics and tarot card readers with a grain of salt. Of course, take all of us with a grain of salt. But I think the public is at least honest about having some discernment, right? With the content creators and the online sleuths. Like, you take us with a grain of salt. You don't hold us to the same level of integrity that you held an LA Times or a New York Times or even an Inside Edition, right? But now the mainstream media is losing control, is losing the narrative. They've lied, or they've gaslit, or they've, tried to lead people into different narratives that they've lost the trust of the American people. And so now the American people have gone to new media. They trust Brian Enton. They trust JLR Investigates. Why? Because these are people that are on the ground. They trust Nerdy Addict. They trust me. They trust Donna Bowling. They trust Molly Dare. And so they're trusting us because we're giving this to you in real time. And when we make mistakes, we show you that we make mistakes, but we're covering this in real time. So just because they want to protect Sheriff Nanos and make it seem like he's some legit sheriff, he's not. He's showing that he's completely incompetent. I've said it, incompetent, or you're either completely incompetent or totally compromised. I think it's one of the two. I actually am starting to think it's maybe a combination of the both. But I also wanted to pick a bone with the LA Times, because not only did they come for the content creators, but then they took a subtle little jab at me. So they interviewed Molly Dare, and Molly's like, I told them about you and Donna, because we have a group text. Donna, Molly, and me. And we call ourselves DMZ, Donna, Molly, Zack. So DMZ, we roll up on it. We do Instagram lives all the time. We're on each other's content all the time. And so they interviewed Molly Dare, and they include Molly, and then they also include Donna Bowling in it. But this is the shade that they threw at me. And I was like, excusez-moi. So it says Molly Dare, a public relations professional who owns Molly Dare Media, said that she's discussed the case on Instagram, including with Donna Bowling and other content creators, in hopes that someone will be able to come up with a theory that could advance the investigation to find Guthrie. Okay, now let me be clear. The only other content creators that Molly Dare has done any Instagram lives with or any coverage on Instagram with is me. And Stu was in one of our videos too, Chef Stu, who's here on Fridays. So I'm other content creators. They didn't even name me. I'm like, lady, I got a name. It is Zack Peter. And don't you forget about it. ZACKPETER, period. Okay? Mr. Zack Peter. Zachary Peter is my name. Don't wear it out. Okay? Or actually, wear it out. If you're going to drag me, at least name me. Don't call me other content creators. Okay? Listen. As Ramona Singer would say, the audacity. The audacity. Wow, Bethany. Wow. Other content creators. Excuse me? Do you know who I am? You better put some respect on my name. I've been covering this Nancy Benet Ramsey case from the jump. Oh, all right. That said, in other news, because I do have to jump off in just a sec, Prince Andrew was arrested. So obviously we know that his name is all over the news in relation to his friendship, kinship, buddyship with Mr. Jeffrey Epstein. Da-na-na, da-na-na. Guilty, Your Honor. JK. I'm not implicating anybody. I'm not a real judge. But he was arrested this week on his 66th birthday. I'm surprised it wasn't his 69th birthday, but it was on his 66th birthday, or his 66th birthday is what it should have been, for suspicion of misconduct while in public office. They have been checking his home. They won't give us any more details, but so far he has been arrested and he is being looked into. I'm going to file this as shady. I don't trust it. I don't like it. Nope. Not today, Satan. Sorry, not sorry. Seems shady. Not a fan. Don't like it. I am presuming we're going to get more details. We also have the Clintons who are testifying this week as well for their connection with Epstein. Who knows what will come of that or what will materialize of that. People said that this whole Nancy Benet Ramsey case was to deflect from the Clintons, not the Hiltons, the Clintons testifying. But that was supposed to happen. They said day 17. It's now day 19. I don't think we're going to have any more updates on Nancy's actual, like I said, I call him Nancy Benet Ramsey because this case gets colder and colder by the day. And at this point, I feel like we're headed for a snowstorm. Okay, moving on over. Tyra Banks is in total recovery mode after that scathing Netflix documentary. Oh, my goodness. And I saw Jay Manuel. He's come out and he was just like, yeah, it's pretty fucked up that she hasn't texted Miss J Michael. Is it Miss J Michael? Because obviously Miss J had a stroke and he was in the hospital. He was in a coma for, what was it, 5 weeks or 5 months? Jay Manuel said 5 months, but I remember the documentary saying 5 weeks. It's one of the two. It was a long time that he was in a coma. And so Tyra Banks has been in and out of New York several times and had many opportunities to come and visit him, and she didn't. And I've always said her relationship with those three men from America's Next Top Model, after they got fired, she completely cut them out. Her relationships with them are more indicative of her character to me than anything with the contestants. Like, as much as I feel bad for the contestants, it's just, she didn't owe them very much. But now Tyra's she did interviews before the Netflix documentary fully dropped, and she's saying that she wants to be known for ice cream. She has a new Smize cream company, and it's hot ice cream. And she says that this is what she's putting all of her eggs in. This is the basket that she's going to drop all of her Easter eggs in, okay? She wants her melted ice cream company to be her legacy, when I feel like her melted ice cream company is melting like her reputation. She no longer wants to be known for her modeling career. She says it's all about the Smize cream. I'm sorry. I don't want hot ice cream. The concept of it doesn't sound appealing. It doesn't sound appetizing. I don't want hot ice cream. It just doesn't sound very yummy to me. It sounds unique, but so does Nancy Guthrie's disappearance, and I'm not lining up for that anytime soon. So sorry, Tyra. You're forever going to be known for America's Next Top Model. All right. On that note, I don't know if season 25 is actually going to happen, but on that note, I do have to hop off. I love you guys. I'm sorry that this is a short episode, but I will be back on Friday for a full episode. We will also talk traders tomorrow as well. So be sure to watch Traders tonight. We'll discuss it tomorrow. And then I have a very special guest next week. So get ready for that as well. Wink, wink. All right. Love you. Appreciate you. It's not fried ice cream. It's like warm ice cream, not fried, warm. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We are so close to reaching 120. We're like less than 200 away from 120 subscribers here on Instagram, here on YouTube. So be sure to subscribe on YouTube, hit the like button, follow at No Filter with Zack to follow the podcast on Instagram, or you can follow me at Zack Peter all over the internet. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Ciao for now. I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.